Facing the horror, that is the topic of tonight's byline. I've been debating whether to talk about this story all week. I've tried to push it away, but it keeps coming back. It keeps bothering me. I brought this story up in a meeting in my office the other day, and one of my producers just put her hand over her mouth in horror and asked if I really wanted to talk about it. The answer was no, but this is one of those need to talk about stories. It's definitely not a want to talk about story. It involves the lengths we're willing to go to prove how green we are as a society, and it involves how we value or fail to value human life. The story broke in Britain earlier this week when it was revealed that hospitals there have been putting the bodies of aborted and miscarried babies into waste-to-energy plants in order to provide heat for the hospitals. The practice was uncovered by Britain's Channel 4 and their investigative program Dispatches. Since then, it's been picked up around the world. The Telegraph out of London reports one of the country's leading hospitals, Adenbrooke's in Cambridge, incinerated 797 babies below 13 weeks gestation at their own waste-to-energy plant. The mothers were told their remains had been cremated. Another waste-to-energy facility at Ipswich Hospital, operated by a private contractor, incinerated 1,101 fetal remains between 2011 and 2013. Thousands of other remains of children were simply incinerated alongside general hospital garbage. In fact, Adenbrooke, one of the hospitals burning babies for heat, had previously been chastised for burning aborted babies in the incinerator alongside hospital waste. Amanda Holden, the presenter of the program that uncovered this and one of the hosts of Britain's Got Talent, took great interest in the story. She suffered a miscarriage in 2011 and a miscarriage in 2010, a stillbirth in 2011. And she knows how painful this can be for families. She told the Daily Mirror, "It's disgraceful to think babies were thrown into the burner alongside waste such as bandages and syringes. I hope mothers and fathers will be comforted by the knowledge that this won't go on anymore." The British government has responded by banning these practices. No more burning babies to heat your hospital. No more burning babies alongside dirty bandages. But why do people need to be told this? How is this not common sense, common decency, simply the right thing to do? I'll tell you why. It's because we've devalued human life while putting more and more emphasis on being green. So green that we see nothing wrong with burning human beings. They may have been miscarried, they may have been aborted, but that was still a human life, a human being burned on the altar of environmentalism. You can call it a sacrifice to Gaia or Moloch or Baal, call it what you will, but it's the result of a society that sees humans as having no value while being green and worshiping Mother Earth is the ultimate calling. I don't quote scripture often on this program, but the book of Psalms says, "Do not harden your hearts." How else do you explain how an advanced country like Britain, an advanced society like Britain, can come to this point other than by hardening their hearts? They've done it by completely accepting the idea that an aborted or miscarried baby is not really a baby at all. It's just fetal tissue. It's not human. It's just a clump of cells. Of course, that's not the way most women feel when they become pregnant. No one says, "I've got a clump of cells in me," or "I've got a fetus in me." It's a baby, and it is always a baby until it isn't wanted. Women that miscarry don't think they've lost a blob of tissue. They and their families feel loss, sorrow, pain over losing a baby. Many women have abortions, feel the same way after the fact. And the reason is simple. It's because it is human life. It's a human being, even if it's still forming. And we know this in our guts. We know this in our hearts, which is why even people that support abortion to the hilt feel a knot in their stomachs when they hear that hospitals were burning babies for heat in order to be green. There shouldn't have to be laws to stop this or incineration of children alongside garbage. We all know it's wrong if we search our hearts, and we need to change hearts. We don't need more laws. Don't harden your heart. Examine your heart. And that's the byline.